Good morning, Watertown Mayor Band students. This is Mr. Green here. I'm just going to be talking about today, Monday, April 13th, and the assignments that we have, as well as the rest of the week and what's to come. So the first thing that you'll notice under today's folder is that I actually have, for attendance, a separate folder in week 3. So you'll want to make sure that you go and fill out the form day to day for attendance. So in the past, I've taken attendance just via assignments that were due that day, like a Google form or whatever. But instead, just because I won't necessarily have something due every single day, I'm just gonna have us sign in a Google form format every single day in that attendance folder. So just peek that first. And then for actually today's folder, there's a link for you to listen to a podcast, which is about 30 minutes long. It's called Decomposed, and today's episode it's called Symphony for a Starving City. And this is a really, really cool one. It's kind of an extension of last week. So I wanted to assign this podcast for you guys to listen to last week, but I didn't want to overload the assignments into a single week. And so I just figured I'd extend it a little bit this week since we have a nice full 5-day week, and then we'll start to focus on something else as the week goes on. So we're just finishing up kind of with Russian music, since the beginning of last week was focusing a lot on theory, and then we talked about Russian music just a little bit on Wednesday primarily, and then this was something that because we had a short week, I didn't want to have you guys work on over the weekend. So you'll listen to this podcast, and then there's a form that is right beneath the listening link that you probably want to just have open as you're listening to it, because there are some questions that go in chronological order of the podcast that you'll just want to they're basically to ensure that you've listened to it and are gathering it. But yeah, so it's got a really, really important things in there. It's a really, really cool look at history. And I think the biggest thing that I noticed with this this piece by Shostakovich is that, and the situation that it's composed in is, and this really, really, death-filled and depressing time when this piece was being composed in a war-torn Soviet Union. Like it's kind of similar to other moments in history. Like, so for example, right now there's so much uncertainty with everything going on and things like that, and there's also so much uncertainty with that and things like that. But we're still able to find enjoyment in things with the arts, with music. I'm sure that a lot of us are spending a lot more time listening to bands and other artists that we really, really like, and we're maybe painting or drawing or something like that a lot more than we maybe did in the past, and just picking up other hobbies that are arts related. And despite how bad things are going or how good things are going, art always perseveres. And so I think that's one thing that I want you guys to think about as you're thinking about, okay, why am I doing this right now? So yeah, and then let's see here. I think I already mentioned the attendance thing. So then just one note with this form, it's not due until tomorrow at 3 p.m. So you have today and tomorrow to do this. So even though it's kind of a longer actually, I guess it's a shorter podcast, so most of them are 40 minutes to an hour. This one's just 30 minutes. So I just didn't want to have you guys listen to a full 30-minute thing in a day. So other than that, the rest of the week, just in review, is we're going to be focusing now a little bit on some kind of Middle Eastern or non-Western things related to like theory and other pieces and things like that. There was another piece that Varsity Band was going to do called Arabian Dances. There's a dance piece related to every single culture there is. So Arabian Dances was another piece that Varsity Band was going to do, and so this will focus a little bit on kind of non-Western theory, mostly related to modes and things like that. So yeah, otherwise, everyone have a nice week. Let me know if you need anything. This is week B for lessons, by the way, so make sure that if you signed up under week B for quarter 4, the digital lessons, that you're ready for your time. All right, have a nice day, everyone.